friends, this is Renee from Little Village Homestead, and today I'm going to show you how I can green beans using the cold pack method. Be right back. Okay friends, I got about, pretty close to a bushel here, just shy of a bushel of green beans. And my husband and I snipped them this morning and we cut them down to the length we like them. And I've got them soaking in here, so I got to get all the dirt and the schmutz off of them. And as soon as I get them all ready, I'll be back, and I got to get my jars ready and get everything ready for my little assembly line, and I will be back and show you those steps. Be right back. Okay friends, I want to show you, I'm getting these, I rinse them back and forth from one side of the sink to the other because I want to ensure I get all the dirt and grime and schmutz, whatever's on them, is off. And that way I can pretty much check them, because see, like this one, yeah, I don't want that one in there. It won't look too nice. And then you'll see how much ick is in the bottom of this water. Alright, I'm gonna dump these all out. Look at in that bucket. Look at all the sand. Ew. Okay. We're going to rinse that out. Alright, I'm going to get these little guys. Here's another one. See? I find them. Just something we missed when we were snipping. Rinsed off. Get that down the drain. Here's another one. Uh-oh, I'll have to get after my husband. He's just snipping away. Alright. You know what I used to use, friends, and I'll tell you, I would give my eye tooth to have one, is a wringer washer. An old-fashioned wringer washer. I used to have one, and I'd put my potatoes, my little pickling cucumbers, green beans, I'd put everything in there and just fill it up with water and turn it on and let it agitate, and by gosh, it would clean everything just wonderfully. And I didn't have to scrub my pickling cucumbers one at a time to make sure all the dirt was off of them. It would and the potatoes, it was fantastic how it worked. Alright. Now I'm just going to turn this on a little bit. There's another one with some heck. There's another one. I'm just going to turn these on and turn the water on and get these finished rinsed and kind of go through and make sure I don't find any bad ones. And then I'll be back and we'll get ready to cold pack them in the hot jars. I got my jars on the stove and they're heating up, and we'll be ready in just a few minutes. Alright, we'll be right back. Okay friends, I'm back and I got my jars. They're hot, washed, sanitized, boiled up, and I'm going to start packing my green beans in there. Now this is a raw pack method, as I said in the beginning, and you can pack these in there a little tighter. They're not meat, so get these filled up. Then I just, oh, it's hot. I just bring it up here and I just tap it a little bit. Just tap it down a little bit, pack them down in there. There. Okay, now with that, I always add about a half a teaspoon. I know they tell you you can add a teaspoon, but I don't like a whole lot of salt. So I add a half a teaspoon to the jar. Fill it with water within about an inch from the top, so I fill it right up to the rim. Maybe a little more. And then I'm going to take this cloth and rinse it down just a little. Now you can do vinegar. I use vinegar when I'm canning meat because it cuts any grease that might be on your seal, but these I just go around with a little water. So, I got them all wiped off. Make sure they're pushed down. Actually, I gotta debubble it first. I just do it like so. See the bubbles come up out of there? Okay, then I pack it down. Now let me redo this around the top. Set that on there. And just finger tight. There. Finger tight's all you need. Ooh. And there you go. You have one jar. I've got a bunch more to do, but I'll do another one. I'll do one more jar to show you. I just pack them in there nicely. It's not like meat. You know, meat has to, the internal temperature of the meat that you're canning has to reach 240 degrees. And this will easily reach 240 degrees. So you can pack these a little bit tighter. Let that jar cool down just a little. Give it a little tap. Put a couple more in there. It's good to go. Put my half teaspoon of salt. Another bean. Put my water in there. Many of them will tell you different, but I do about half inch or so of head space. We'll get the bubbles out of here. I just run it around the edge. Push those down in there. Wipe the top. You don't want you want to make sure you have no cracks on there either, because it won't seal. No food particles and no cracks. And I take and just finger tight. That's a little warm yet. And there you have it, friends. There's 2 jars all ready to go in the canner. So I'm going to get all my other jars done. Then when I get my canner full, I'll be back and show you that process. We'll be right back. Okay, friends. You can see I got my canner full. I hold 7 quarts. And I've got, let me set this down. I've got a few more jars back here that you can see. I got 18 quarts total to do. So I got it in there. I usually put about 2 quarts of water in my canner. Now this one is an old canner and it's a booger to shut. So, okay, I got it shut. I got it on high and I'm going to let this vent right here spew for about 10 minutes. It's got to vent for a good 10 minutes to heat all the contents up before I put my jiggler on. But once that happens, I'm going to put the jiggler on, set it at 10 pounds of pressure, And once it starts jiggling, we are going to time it for 25 minutes for quarts. 20 minutes if you're doing pints, but 25 for quarts. And you know what? Let me do this real quick. I forgot a little bit of vinegar. If you put a little bit of vinegar in your jars, or in your canner when you're doing your jars, the calcium from the hard water and that won't settle on your jars, and your jars won't get cloudy. So, let's see if we can get this on here again. This is a booger to get on. Well, maybe, maybe not. Nope. My ring comes out. I don't want to part with this old canner. I love this old thing. It really does work good. It just gives me some fits now and then. So, okay, let's see. That's why it wasn't going on. There we go. Alright, that's ready to go. I'm going to get it up to temperature, and when it starts venting, I'm going to let it go for 10 minutes. I'll be back and show you before I put the jiggler on. Okay friends, I'm back, and if you can see, this is spewing really good. It is venting. The steam's coming out of there like crazy, and it is screaming hot. So, I'm going to take my jiggler. I've got a 5, 10, and 15 pound adjustment on it. I'm going to put it on 10, and I'm going to put it on there. And that's that simple. Now when it starts to jiggle, my old canner leaks a little. It'll leak for a few seconds. But when it starts to jiggle, I'll time it for 25 minutes. And when it's all done, we'll be back and I'll show you. Okay, friends. I'm back. And this is done. And the pressure is all released from it. And it is hot. And make sure when you open these, which mine is a booger open, you open them away from you, so you don't get burnt by the steam. Alright, these are all done. I will show you. There we have it. Beautiful jar. Beautiful, beautiful. I'll put them up over here. And these will seal and cool. And then tomorrow I'll just take and I'll wash my jars, take the rings off, put what they are, the date, and put them away in my pantry. And there you have it. So, with this, you got a little tutorial on how to do your beans, and just make sure that everything your food comes in contact with is clean and sanitized and sterile, because you certainly don't want to wind up with any poisoning or botulism or anything that can, that can happen if you don't do this right. So, you can research any more on the Food and Drug website, and for recommendations, but simple, very easy to do, and a good way to put up your excess food and to stock your pantry. So, there you have it. Thanks for watching.